So we are in Rib Lake, Wisconsin, KN, and other people from Tennessee. I'm going to show you what a Wisconsin winter really looks like. This is my town of Rib Lake, Wisconsin. Population 935, and you can see that we get brutal winters around here. This is where I live in town. That's the library and the city hall. That used to be called Clearview School. I went to school there till 1981. We're heading up Pearl Street. The nursing home here. I worked here for 4 years, from 94 to 98. It is quite nasty out today. It's clear, but it's cold. We just got done with a round of snowstorms. We had a snowstorm last week. It snowed 4 days. This is State Highway 102. We're turning on, making a right. And there's the post office. And we're heading towards the lake. That's why it's called Rib Lake. It's the biggest lake in Taylor County, Wisconsin. You can see it over here. It's 342 acres. The village has to aerate it. We have walleyes and northern pike, bass, a few muskies, perch, bluegills. As you can see, there's an island out in the lake. Over to my left is Camp 28 Restaurant, Bar and Grill. It used to be the old bus garage for the old high school that sat up on that knob there. It was torn down in 1985. And there's somebody fishing out on the lake. We'll go around the lake. Lakeview Cemetery. You can get better views of the lake over here. The aerator is running, keep the fish alive in the lake. The lake's pretty shallow. You got some kind of new aeration system, I don't know. Over to the left, this yellow house, it used to be the Lakeside Tap. My Uncle Charlie Talbot built it in 1928. It was torn down about 1983. It was just abandoned ruins. We have a pier here, boat landing. I hate Wisconsin winters at times. Today's the sun's out, that does a little bit for a person's mood, but we're up here in the tundra basically sometimes. We'll turn around, we'll go up to Lakeview Cemetery if we can even get in there, and we cannot even get in there as they have not had it plowed. There's the Lakeview Cemetery. I have deep roots going in town. I have many family members that are buried in the cemetery. We'll go out and we'll go out around to the village limits out here, and we'll turn around and I'll take you down Main Street. My uncle lives out this way. Now we're not going all the way out to his house. There's a couple nice houses along the lake here. I don't have the radio on because if you upload this to YouTube, there'll be an instant copyright claim on everything, and I don't want to go through that crap. I have to edit out my video of the trip because I caught 1 minute of a song in there and they gave me a copyright claim, so I'm in the process of editing out right now. We're out on Fawn Avenue. I got a friend that lives down that way. We got lots of farms around here. A lot of them aren't in business anymore though. So we're going to turn around right here. no traffic coming, so we're in good shape. But as you can see, I live in a winter wonderland around here. Farmhouse, that house is, I don't know how old it is, but it's well over 100 years old. There's people actually still living in it. I know most of the people around here, but not a lot anymore. There's a lot of new people coming in. A lot of my friends that I graduated with high school, they up and left. There's a few around here yet, but you can get a view of the town over there a little bit. Pretty nice view, actually. Pretty cool little town, I guess. There's not a lot to do in the winter. If you don't drink or go to church, you don't have anything to do, and I don't do neither anymore, so you can get a nice view here of the town. I just bought a brand new video camera. It's an Ordro EP4. Not one of the best ones that they make, but I'm trying it out. I actually ordered another one at the EP7. So if I don't like the video quality with this one, I'm going to, on the sale when I get there, I'm going to use the EP7. You got to forgive my voice too. I just got over some kind of a cold or something. I don't know. I've had a sore throat for a week. My voice isn't very good anyway, even when it's normal. Kind of squeaky. I don't like it, but it's neither here nor there, I guess. There's a man ice fishing out on the lake trying to catch some walleyes. I spent many a day during my childhood fishing on this lake. At that time it was infested with bullheads, and the Rib Lake Fish and Game, they netted them all out and they've got them pretty well under control. But I used to catch lots of northerns and bass, perch and bluegills, walleyes out of the lake. So we're going to head up here, straight across State Highway 102. And we're going to head up Fayette Avenue. Fayette Avenue was named for one of the founders of the town. Right up here is where the old high school sat. That's right behind here where Camp 28 bar is. Camp 28 was named because Rib Lake had 28 logging camps at one time, and number 28 was the last camp, so that's why they made it. This is the Ball Diamond Flats. It's actually, when my grandfather was a child, used to be lake. It was all filled in. There's the Lutheran church where I was baptized when I was 12 years old. Down to the old tannery, down in that jumbled up mass. There used to be an old tannery building sitting. We got to stop up here. We're going to go up around town, then I'll take you down Main Street. That used to be a gas station there. We're going to head up West Street. I grew up on this street when I was a child. My friend right there, his name was Brian Zimbo, lived in that house. He spent a lot of days down there. My cousin Jake lives right there. The funeral home. Buried family members out of that place. Right here is where I grew up, where this garage is. My grandfather's house sat right where that garage sits. And in that blue house, my friend Shannon Bierman lived there. I've known her all my life. She's obviously doesn't live there anymore, but I grew up with friends on this street. There's lots of new houses on this street, though. It's got a little bit piled in with places. A lot of these houses were actually Rib Lake Lumber Company houses, these square, taller looking ones. They're well over 100-year-old houses. That is the high school where I graduated, May the 18th, 1990. Trees sure got big. I remember when they were small. That is the high school. And over there is the middle school where I went to school. 6th, 7th, 8th grade. The elementary school is up over there, but that's brand new. That was built about 15 years ago. Then we're approaching County Highway D. This is a new county shop that they built. I think they have it all done now. Finally. That's where the salt and the sand are kept. You guys down Tennessee, I don't think you sand or ever have to sand or salt your roads. Trailer court over here. I lived in there for a good many years. From 1988 to 2003. And we're heading southbound on County Highway D in Taylor County. We'll turn down this way. We'll head up Main Street. That's the old shoe factory building. I'll stop here a second. Forgive me, I chew snuff too. That building was built in 1948 when the Rib Lake Lumber Company went out of business. The town was drying up and a lot of people were leaving, and the people that did leave, they donated $100 apiece to build the building to keep the town going. My grandmother and grandfather, they actually donated $200, which was an astronomical sum of money back then, to build it. It was closed down, I believe. The last shoes were made there about 1983. There's been a couple other businesses that went in there, but they were never able to take off. That's the roller mill building. He services what few farmers are left in the town. That's the telephone company. They don't even have personnel in there anymore, as it was bought out by a national company. We used to have cable TV in town, but that with the advent of satellite TV and streaming and everything, cable TV was removed from the village about 10 years ago. We're heading ahead up Main Street. There's not a lot to see anymore here because the town is dying out. We just lost our grocery store. That used to be the floral shop right there. Drink Slinger's Bar. That's an apartment building. Used to be a clothing store. Over there used to be a hardware store. That was my favorite barber. Unfortunately, he died of cancer here a couple years ago. I missed the guy real terribly. This is used to be our grocery store. It closed down in November. The town's really suffering. That's the Bohemia Bar and Grill. I used to bowl there. I spent many a days in there drinking beer when I was young. Whether I was old enough to drink or not, still drink. That used to be a grocery store. That used to be a bakery, another hardware store. That was the old John A. Taylor hardware store way back in the day. It's apartment buildings now. Bird's Nest Bar, I spent many a day in there. It used to be the Frosted Mug Bar. That's the new bakery, gas station. And we got our little pizza place right here. Post office, Rib Lake, Wisconsin, 54470. And that's a stone shop over there. Guys sell landscaping stones. We're going to head eastbound here, westbound on State Highway 102, and we're going to end up at the Dollar General. So that's my little town. Rib Lake, Wisconsin, such as it is. It's not much, but I call it home. And we are entering the Dollar General. I worked here. As you know, down Tennessee, there seems to be one every 10 feet. Keeps the town going now with a little bit of groceries that they have. And we're going to end her off right here.